Guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Idolcast My Space. So today's video is basically something that happened sometime last week. I wanted to shoot about it, but I had not gotten the chance to do that because I was moving from my old house to a new house. I'm still actually setting up, so when it's done I'll probably give you guys a full house tour, but until then I'm going to just quickly talk about this. I said I wanted to shoot about it, but I'm doing it now. So it's about Toni Tones, Nollywood actress Toni Tones. Now Toni Tones is a phenomenal actress. She was exceptionally great in Men of Boys, king of Boys. I loved her there, and she's very dynamic. Like, she can be that posh girl in a movie and be the beggar or the tout or whatever, but like, she's really good. And lately, since the lockdown, she's been on social media doing all sorts. I actually enjoy watching her videos, her TikTok videos and all of those things. They're hilarious, they're funny. But she made a comment that I've got social media talking. A couple of blogs put up this post. I'm going to add it somewhere while I'm editing. But she said a tweet. She said, scrap bride price, scrap Brad Pitt. She said, scrap bride price culture. Women are not property to be sold. Sense or nonsense. Like, different blogs have been, putting this up, and there are a lot of comments. Before I go ahead and give my own 2 cents, I'm going to read some comments. And now the reason why I'm doing this is because I am actually married and my bride price was paid. So we'll get to that. Let me just read some comments. So people are saying this one are nonsense. Paying bride price is highly scriptural and it does not mean a lady is sold out. Well, except for other tribes. That's okay. Well, except for other tribes that see it as being sold out. Someone else is pushing for abolish white wedding too. So this person is obviously in support of paying bride price. So I'm gonna maybe give a backstory before I give my opinion. My bride price was paid for. In my part of from Benue State, they'll tell you, okay, this is the amount you're paying. Idoma to be precise. They'll tell you, okay, this is the amount you're paying for our daughter or whatever, the bride price. And most times these monies that they take, I'm talking about where I am from. I am Idoma, I am Benue State. My dad is from Magatu, but I did my wedding in Otukpo, which is we call it a town. It is more civilized than my actual village. So what happens is the money they receive, they split amongst family members, like people that were there for the kid or there before the kid, or siblings like your sisters, your brothers, your uncles, your aunties, your grandmas. Everybody, they break the money into bits and it goes round. Now, so when they said, this is a bride price, so my husband went there prepared with that actual fee. But when it was time to present it, he presented the bride price to my parents. They refunded everything back and took, I think, just 1,000 naira. I'm not sure, I'm going to confirm from my husband, but I think they took just 1,000 naira because I wasn't there. I was told, when they're paying your bride price, you won't be there, they'll do it on your behalf, and then once they received it, it means that you're now theirs, you're now the man's. Then you can now step out and show your face to your husband and all of that. So I think everything was refunded, and they took maybe just 1,000 naira or something like that, and then they split the 1,000 naira into bits and gave it to like virtually every member of my family, right? So now that's how that was done for me. It doesn't happen that way for every Idoma girl, but my parents did it that way, right? Now, not saying I was sold, because truth be told, if they were to actually buy me as the wife, it wouldn't be 1,000, it wouldn't be 100,000, it wouldn't be 200,000, because of if they are to actually sell a child, calculate how much your parents spent on you right from when you were born till you got to that point of marriage. I don't think men would be getting married because most ladies will be expensive. There are some ladies that went to private schools and traveled abroad a lot for vacations and stuff like that. If they put it together, the man cannot necessarily pay for it, right? Now I feel like that tradition should not be scrapped because it is tradition. Now these things existed before us. There are some traditions that I feel like are not necessarily fair on us women, but that's a conversation for another day. But when it comes to payment of bride price and all of those things, I feel like they shouldn't be scrapped, because white wedding is not necessarily our culture. It was brought to us by the missionaries, so it wasn't like, okay, this is something we always knew or always did. But we adopted the white wedding culture, and now everybody, you do your traditional. Like me, I did my traditional marriage and I also did the white wedding. So I feel like it should be there, the traditional marriage should be there, and the bride price payment should be there for those who want it, and it shouldn't be scrapped. So if you do not want that bride price payment, or you do not want the traditional way marriage or whatever it is to you, then I feel like you can choose to not do that. But saying bride price should be scrapped, I feel like it shouldn't. Although there are some families that use it as a means to make money. Now if you're that couple that cannot afford to make that payment to your families, then you can decide not to do your traditional marriage. If you have the money to give your family and your family is requesting for that much money, I think you should go ahead and do it. But if you cannot afford it, you don't do it. I know somebody that wanted to get married to a lady, and then the family, you know most families, they actually try to milk the husband's people or the husband when they're coming to marry their child. So the guy could not afford it. What did he do? He said, okay, so right now I can't afford it. So when I have the money, I'll come back. The wife went back home. The wife to be at the time went back home and told them, it's like, you don't want me to marry, you want me to remain in this house till I'm old, right? Eventually they called him back and said, bring what you have. So some families, I understand that some families use it to milk people, but I feel like if you're old enough to get married, then you should be old enough to tell your parents what you want and what you don't want. Why is there noise like this? I'm just going to go ahead. So she might have where she's coming from. She didn't go into details with her caption. Maybe if I hear her side of the story or where she's coming from, I might understand it more. But right now, I don't think it should be scrapped. I think it should remain, basically. Yeah, so that's that for today's episode. I decided to talk about that because obviously I'm married and my bride price was paid and I enjoyed my traditional marriage. As a matter of fact, I love traditional marriage so much that I did, because the whole process of changing your outfit, wearing your traditional attire, is not something we do all the time. A lot of young girls looked forward to, wearing that white wedding dress and, coming out in their reception dress and all of that and dancing. But I really wanted a traditional reception. I wanted a situation where I wear my traditional attire, because I never really had any reason to wear my red and black ashoke, the Idoma attire, because most of the times we only wore it either you're going to school, traditional day, or ceremonial reasons or something. But I really wanted to put it on. So what I did was I did a white wedding, and then my reception was a traditional reception. I wore my traditional attire. I did not grow up in Benue State, so I wanted to inculcate that into my marriage, and also have a feel of because I got married to a Yoruba man, I also wanted them to see my culture and know where I'm from, and know that, okay, I'm not a Lagos girl. I was born in Jos, but I was brought up in Lagos, but I am not a Lagos girl. Yeah, so I wanted them to see that side of me, because I am proud of who I am. I am proud of my tribe. I love our food. We have amazing food. I'm going to make our cold soup, and I'm going to record myself making the soup. I really wanted them to see that. So imagine a situation where my tradition, or where tradition is scrapped completely. It would be would have been boring. I feel, for me, it would have been boring in my own opinion. I don't know what you guys think. Just let me know what you think in the comment section. If you think it should be scrapped, if you think bride price should be scrapped, please let me know. If you think it shouldn't be, let me know. And also let me know why, because it's a thing now. The conversation is ongoing, and the conversation is ongoing does not even necessarily mean that it will happen. It might. I don't know. I hope it doesn't. That's what I'm saying. So you guys, let me know what you think. So until next time, bye. Oh, before I go, please do not forget to subscribe, like, share, turn on your notification bell so that when I post you'll be the first to get, because please, I need you to like my videos and subscribe. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.